So what is my new routine with the simple and slow living lifestyle? As you've seen that there's a bit of a pattern going on with my videos, and I wanted to share an update of my routine now, because as a raw vegan, you know, people think that you don't have muscle, you can't even lift, you haven't got no strength, when it's actually totally the opposite. And even now, not going to the gym, I'm doing a few things. I'm doing more calisthenics and more acro yoga, and I'll get into all of that, but most things at the beach, using nature as my guide. And I'm still lean. I'm at like 16. I think I flip between maybe 16 to 18% body fat. I'm around 8 stone, so is that 110 pounds? And I'm never overweight anymore. I never have to worry about my weight. I hope this audio is okay, by the way, because I'm in Bangkok at the moment. This is my room for the week, and I'm celebrating my 40th birthday, which is on the 14th, but I've come to Bangkok to have some downtime, have a little bit of fun, but mostly downtime spas. So my routine, is I went into the gym, and I haven't been in the gym in months this morning at this hotel that I'm at, and I'm pretty much at where I am, where I was with my strength. So it's interesting, like I always knew that, because when I have some breaks, I go back, it's never as painful, and even the next few days it's never as painful. So I'll soon know tomorrow or the next day if I'm feeling sore. But yeah, I was doing pretty much the same things that I've done before. Maybe not my pull-ups. I think that I was doing like 12 reps, 3 to 4 sets at one point. That was in my strong days. And you've seen through my journey how my body has transformed if you've watched my previous videos. And just even my progress, especially on Instagram, where I can show you, the progress of my body fat and my strength and things. But I'm not here to because I went through that phase of proving my strength and proving, what like a raw vegan can do. And I feel it was probably more for my own self to see as well. Do you lose muscle? Do you lose strength? And for me, I need to feel strong. I want to be strong because I work with rescue dogs, and sometimes I'm lifting 40, 50 kilo dogs into the car, off the streets, lots of intensity, but also strength in the mind. I do feel working out strengthens the mind, not just the body. But recently, this year and towards the end of last year, I really don't want to do the intensity that I was doing at this period of my life. And I'll accept that if I lose some muscle, I'm fine with that. And I do feel I have lost some muscle, of course, but I still keep lean, I still keep slim. And that's why I love this lifestyle, and why 80% of it, well, you could argue now, because of what I talk about is a lot of the mindset, the emotional side to it, but a lot of it is diet, what you're eating, whole, nutrient dense, undenatured, raw living foods, unprocessed, no crap, or not as much, because I have shared that I have had through my journey some crap food. I'm not perfect, but my goal is to stick to this path, because I feel good, I feel better. I've had the ups and downs and detox, and I did feel I was going through a period, whether it was exhaustion from stress, exhaustion from something energetically, which I've recently talked about. I'm moving out of that now, and I'm feeling much more myself. But I was going through a period where I just needed to reset my nervous system. I needed to take some time out, and that's what this beginning of this part of the year has been focusing on: slowing down, simple life, getting rid of all the unnecessary things, all the crap, the junk, just in life and people, things going on, and my own patterns, crap that's just outdated, no longer serving me. And the same with the gym. Like, the gym is just not serving me as it used to be. I I was resisting it at first, but I was fed up. I was bored. I don't want to compete. I'm not an athlete. I don't have that motivation where I want to progress into, because I could have gone further, but I got really lean and I was happy with my low body fat and getting ripped. But I like that softer approach now. I'm more of a stepping in more into the feminine, and as many of you have seen, softer for me. And it's okay to play around with this whole, because I've shared with some of my clients, like they feel in the similar position that I was, where they have to do it, but if it's not in alignment anymore, explore, have curiosity. This month's about, April is playful, like playful, as Cal Cease would say, because it's my birthday month. I'm celebrating. I feel this much more lightness, and we're going, because we're shifting out of the darker months, the heavier periods, we're shifting into this lightness, so more fun, more play. So that's why I've been doing the Acro Yoga. I absolutely love it. Not all the time. I'm maybe doing like 10-15 minutes 3 or 4 times a week at the beach. I'm getting really into I've always been in the meditations, but I'm focusing more on the sound healing meditation that is held in Phuket that I'm going to and I love. And just more slowness, walking, stretching, more stretches, and maybe incorporating yoga, yoga poses, but doing my own kind of thing with some resistance bands, but very, very little. So I'm happy with where I'm at this moment. I don't have, as long as I'm moving my body, I've always suggested and recommended that you do like a power hour in the morning, or at least at some point in your day. I always find the morning's the easiest. Is the 20 minutes of reading, 20 minutes of meditation, 20 minutes of movement. So for me, it's 20 minutes of just, if it's stretching, if it's walking, and I tend to do both on the beach, and so I get a good like 10-15 minutes of walking. Sometimes a few times a week I'll do an hour in the afternoons, some acro yoga, and then like my stretching and some resistance bands. That is all that I'm doing right now, and bringing more into the body weight exercises. Just very slow movement. So if you can take anything away today, if you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed, sometimes the gym really helps you, and it's helped me massively in the past of letting go of all that stress. But I'm in a place now where it's actually counterproductive. It's the opposite, where I'm just irritated and angsty, and it's not serving its purpose. I feel more low-key, less exercises, but slower movements, taking my time. So I'm holding my body. So if I'm going into downward dog, into a plank, then I'm really slow with it, really using my strength, taking my time. So if I were to do any form of weights, like this morning, I did do some weights for the first time in a while, really slow, just taking my time, lighter weights. That's where I feel right now. And I still feel strong, I still feel good. I just tempted a few exercises that I used to do, and I'm at the same weight. So I love this lifestyle because it oxygenates your whole blood, and you for always feeling like strong, nimble. I'm really flexible in many ways. In some ways I'm not, but just I can move, I feel good. So that's the way I want to move, and how I want to live my life, is as long as I'm doing some form of movement regularly, at least daily, because I like habits, but it sometimes just accepts that things can become outdated, and actually intense workouts don't always serve us. Sometimes we can fight it and push through it. Yeah, I've been there, I've done that. And if you're in that space, that's totally fine. I'm not personally. I'm focusing on more on resetting the nervous system, slowing down, creating moves that are just slower. And actually is hard. It's not easy, but I'm not overly killing myself. I'm not stretching myself too much, maybe incremental, but very slowly. And that's all it takes. It's like this diet, this lifestyle, small incremental steps that seem insignificant. Like I talk about the slight edge and the compound effect, that just compounds over time. And before you know it, you're like, wow. And that's all I did, were like the pull-ups. You know, initially I was swinging, I was doing 12 fairly good, but I was actually swinging a lot and using my swing to bring me up, and then it was slow movements. And that took over a year to get to that position where I was doing like 12 reps, 3 or 4 sets. I don't know how many I can do right now, and I'm not that interested, but I feel I could be curious in the next couple of weeks, and if I do, I'll let you know. But yeah, let this be maybe for you if you're in that, because sometimes we don't need permission of others, but it is a reminder, and it does allow us when someone else says, oh, okay, yeah, give you permission. If they've got a lot of resistance in something, like try something else, be explorative. Like, let's be that child curious again. What do you enjoy doing? Or maybe you've left, I've never tried. You know, I was even considering jujitsu. That hasn't happened yet, but maybe that'll come into play. I don't know. I don't know right now. The call feels acro yoga, walking, and just some resistance bands. I have downloaded an app that just does short workouts, and maybe this is something I will create in a module, because I have a workout module in my Rawlicious app. All that information is in the description box if you are interested in this whole lifestyle as a package. And it can be high, it can be fully raw, but it incorporates so much more than just the diet. But I think I'm going to just do like mini, like 20-minute sessions. I don't know how that's going to look just yet, but I feel there's a call to that, because I do believe there's got to be some resistance movement that you do regularly. I do feel as we get older, we do lose, not so much with this lifestyle, because we do slow down premature aging, we slow down that acceleration on this, sadly on a lot of the diets out there, speed up everything. So we want to be looking at workouts that, one, are sustainable, that we enjoy. So resistance bands are big. I always recommend investing in resistance bands. Invest in some weights as well, maybe some light weights or ankle weights, but resistance bands, because they're light, you can take them anywhere. I love the resistance bands. I really like the stretching with the bands, just to, especially if you get, you know, you get a lot of tension in the neck and shoulders. I tend to get that, but doing some like calisthenics or body weight exercises, and using nature as your playground, you know, press ups, dips. Sometimes I do them at the beach. At this moment in time, my workouts are at the beach, and it's just bliss, because I actually get the dogs out, I'm out with friends, I'm out in nature, and I'm able to do my movement, my workouts all in one. It just feels so good, and it's early, it's done, it's out the way, because it's a lot cooler, because in Thailand it's hot. But let me just quickly show you my view out here. So this is my room, it's beautiful, absolutely love it, my bathroom. But here's it's my beautiful view outside of Bangkok. But if I'm honest, Bangkok is not a place that I would live, but I love coming into the city. It does remind me of the lifestyle I've created back in Phuket, the slower living. Out here is crazy, but I do create a little sanctuary when I'm here. So I've had a fair few days where it's been quite active, doing lots of touring, exploring, and going to lots of different places. But now I'm in this, just the spas here are affordable, they're beautiful, and I love just now taking some time out and relaxing. But yeah, if you've got any suggestions on any other videos, because I know I was asked for my workout updates, my routine at the moment, that's where I'm at. So regularly, consistently, most days, doing some form of movement, and it's minimum of 20 minutes. I do the power hour, like I shared, 20 minutes of reading, 20 minutes of meditation, 20 minutes of movement. So if you want more support on all of this, I'll share my Rawlicious membership. I also offer one-on-one as well. So if you like this video, thumbs up if you haven't already subscribed, and turn on the bell notification to be notified of when the next videos are. Be, feel, and stay Rawlicious.